There are some young children and young adults in my family, and some of them are being raised or have been raised on very, let's just say, outdated values we now know to be not very productive in civilized society today. And I don't see how, statistically speaking, all of these children are going to retain said values as they get older. Case in point, on one side of my family, the generation above mine may as well have been born in the 19th century, but their offspring is almost entirely at odds with them. That's a pretty good net result as far as breaking a cycle in one generation goes. Now back to the children in the generation below mine. These aren't my kids. So it's kind of a slippery slope that I get involved in their upbringings, but if they ask me certain things point blank in private or even in front of their parents, I'm going to tell them what I think. I do feel kind of conflicted though about waiting for them to come to me, because by me or someone like me not getting involved sooner rather than later, I feel like as they encounter more and more people of all backgrounds, ethnicities, sexual orientations, religions, politics, life experiences, circumstances, upbringings, vaccination statuses, and have to figure it out on their own, the angrier they could potentially be at their parents down the road for trying to pass their BS down like that. Now, I don't think my parents were the best role models. And while I think they were on the right side of history in most of the ways they count, I wish there had been more teaching moments, more sit downs, because figuring things out for myself hasn't always been fun. Wasted a lot of time, and by them instilling in me at a young age a better perspective, or at least how to navigate things, I could have been more prepared for the world. It is not lost on me that context is everything, and I have a lot to be grateful for. But I do love saying that the most sobering moment of my life was realizing that my parents are full of you-know-what. And in a vengeful way, by me not telling my young relatives anything, I feel like I can just sit back with the popcorn and watch the whole thing blow up in their parents' faces eventually. Any parents want to chime in here regardless of personal values? I'd love to hear any and all takes. Cheers.